JP. So I'm not into your words. I'm into your action. A lot of people talk. Yep. How do you act? Sean Payton. Love Taysom Hill. This guy's unbelievable. Drew Brees is starting this week. Little gamesmanship by the Saints. If he's starting this week, they knew he was starting on Monday or Tuesday. The quote today, Drew Brees will start against the Chiefs. Cleared him to play. He's fully healthy. He wasn't banged up on Monday and now can play on Friday. Gamesmanship. He had Kansas City and the Chiefs looking at Taysom Hill footage, and now they're going to play Drew Brees. This tells me a couple things. This is what Sean Payton really thinks of Taysom Hill. He's a really cool chess piece. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. He's unique. He's cool. I can play around. I can show you how smart I am. But in the end, he's got a better arm than Drew, indisputable, and a significantly better athlete than Drew. That's not arguable. And they score fewer points with Taysom Hill. He's a chess piece. That's what he is. By the way, the Saints aren't getting the number one seed. This team is uniquely built to win on the road, nor is home as advantageous as it has been now because no fans. I don't know why they don't play Taysom Hill. I actually disagree with this. When Sean Payton decided to use Taysom Hill and everybody said, whoa, I said, he's smarter than me. Let's just watch. They're paying Taysom Hill. He wanted to get him starts and reps. What do I have? I'm paying for. I'm not paying Jameis Winston anything. But in this instance, I still think the smarter play, you're not getting the number one seed. Play Taysom Hill against the Chiefs. You're really a favorite to meet them again. I would rather let the Chiefs see all this Taysom Hill stuff, and then you give them a totally different game. Now, Sean Payton is probably even smarter than me. He's thinking, I am going to meet the Chiefs, but I'm not going to play Taysom Hill at all. So when you see Taysom Hill for the first time in the Super Bowl, you're not going to have any idea what you're getting. Maybe that's the way he's thinking. But the Sean Payton-Taysom Hill relationship to me has always felt like it's 75% genius and mad scientist of Sean Payton and 25% Taysom Hill's talent. Whereas Brady and Belichick, I think we could argue, is 50-50. Mahomes, Andy Reid feels absolutely they're both better with each other. You know, one coach won without him. Mahomes didn't win much without Andy, but there's no question Andy's winning more with him. I think it should be, if you got the right coach and the quarterback, it should be 50-50. Right now, Justin Herbert feels like a 65-35 edge over the coaching staff there. But this one feels like overwhelmingly about the genius mad scientist coach manipulating the marginally talented 30-year-old quarterback who's got a unique skill set, but you don't build around. So Brees is starting. I like the Saints, by the way, with or without Drew Brees in this game. Blazing 5 top of next hour. Joey Taylor with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
Well, last night was something.
Oh, it was all sorts of good. I was all in on that thing I even watched the pregame show last night. I was so into it.
It was so fun. Well, unfortunately for Derek Carr, he left the game with a strained groin and is still being evaluated. It's not looking like he's going to be back anytime soon, as it looks like it might be a little more serious than they thought last night. But Marcus Mariota came in and was on fire.
He was.
The Raiders did lose, but he threw for 226 yards, 2 total touchdowns. And after the game, he reflected on finally getting back out on the field.
You know, to be truthful, it's been a long journey. I've been through kind of everything, from injuries to surgeries to, mental kind of just lapses and, the confidence thing. And, I just truly appreciate the Raiders and the entire organization for kind of helping me through that.
He was so good in that short little window that, like, social media was talking about where he's going to end up.
Well,
the starting quarterback next year.
Now, I've got a real strong opinion on this later in the show. I'm going to do a Marcus Mariota segment later in the show. But I will say this. He's always been big and fast.
Yeah.
There's an electricity to the way he plays. And I do believe last night that general managers around the league saw him and thought, in a pinch, we can make him a franchise guy for 2 years.
Right. But the key to that sentence was in a pinch and for a few years. So we like to overreact to fun. Right?
Well, Joy, it was a standalone NFL game.
Exactly.
This is what we do. And so we go nuts. And I do think he has starter talent.
Well, he does.
He's
And
always
he has
had that.
Plenty of starting experience.
And he's a good dude. People in the league like him. I know.
Yes.
I have a friend of a friend and he's a good dude.
To me, and listen, they still lost. So let's keep it all in perspective.
Right.
But I do think what he showed is how valuable it can be to have a good backup quarterback.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the backup quarterback position, and I don't know why we didn't kind of always subscribe to this, is extremely valuable.
He is the most talented backup quarterback in the NFL.
Yes.
He is significantly more talented as a quarterback than Taysom Hill, who everybody's into now.
And I mean, the Saints are a good example of how important it is to have to invest in a valuable backup quarterback. If you're a team that is competing for championships, you should have a great backup quarterback. I wish the Steelers had invested in a strong backup quarterback.
I had somebody else tell me 2 nights ago, Sam Darnold, Pittsburgh, keep your eye on it. They said, like, they can't go from Ben to what they have. They probably need to get a kid that if he has to start 2 games, can win 1.
I don't understand why they didn't do it this offseason. They were in the playoff conversation last year with Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges.
Yeah.
You should have learned the lesson then that you should have a strong backup quarterback.
And the backup should play a little bit like your starter.
Yeah.
And Darnold is kind of an athlete, an ad-libber, and so is Ben. Your backup should look a little and play a little like RG3 and Lamar.
Yes.
They should be a little like each other. You don't have to change your offensive system with a backup.
I was happy for Marcus Mariota, though. Like, it was really fun to watch.
You could tell, Joy, from his body language, he was so thankful to play football.
Yeah.
He was having so much fun playing football.
And he had a little confidence, a little swag. Like, he doesn't usually play like that. So Jalen Hurts took over the Eagles' starting job last week and led the team to a big win over the Saints, and he'll get his second start this week against the Cardinals. This is a sneaky good game this weekend. And Doug Peterson revealed how he's seen Carson Wentz help the rookie even after getting benched.
I just see the communication, number one, at practice, during games, just the communication, the dialogue back and forth, obviously through press, through myself, just that communication. And that's the one gauge that tends to lead, things in the right direction. And that's what I've been seeing.
Hurts has also said that Wentz has been, quote, very supportive.
On the sidelines, he looks like he is.
I think, I had to think about it a little bit when I read this story. What kind of person wouldn't be supportive? Now, I understand privately you might feel some type of way.
Oh, there's a lot of guys are different. You women are more supportive. Women support women. Guys don't support guys.
Okay, but what kind of teammate are you if the second that you aren't out there, you're trying to sabotage the most important guy on the field?
Well, you've gone to sabotage. I would say there's a difference between sabotaging.
Okay, but if say Jalen Hurts has like a question in the quarterback room, right? And Wentz, maybe there's no such thing as like the answer, but Wentz knows what to do in that situation or whatever, or it's on the sideline and whatever, like in the heat of the game. And Wentz is like, well, I know what to tell him what to do, but I got benched, so I'm not going to help him.
Hey, listen,
like, that hurts your team.
Listen, Westbrook and Harden are great friends. They couldn't work together because they weren't helping. They weren't sabotaging it. But it's amazing when you get into guys, they're in the prime of their career, guys, and a lot of times very professionally driven. I wouldn't say sabotage, but I wouldn't say they're got your back either.
I don't know. I guess, listen, I'm a very petty person, but if in the end it's going to hurt the whole collective for me not to contribute, then I'm going to do that. Like, things change very quickly.
Oh, that's the golden rule in life.
So
everything changes in life every 6 months. Hopefully not your marriage, but everything else changes.
I mean, change is the only guarantee in life.
That's right.
So if you're not aware that things could flip on to you like that, like, I don't know. I'm sure it happens. It's just, I'm glad that he's doing it. I'll say that. Yeah. And I'm not surprised because that seems to be his personality anyway. So the Rockets have reportedly expanded